Sevgili Esport izleyenleri, Turkish Airlines EuroLeague'de yeni sezon öncesinde Anadolu Efes'in medya gününde yeni transfer, yeni oyuncusu Darius Thompson'la beraberiz. Welcome, hello.
Hello.
I'm so excited, like all the basketball fans right here in this country. How are you, Darius?
I'm doing good. I'm glad to finally be here in Istanbul with Efes.
And I know like this is a bit cliche to ask, but do you like this country? Do you like this culture? You're familiar with this culture, Mediterranean, but how do you see it?
I mean, I'm enjoying it so far. A lot of my former teammates who played in Turkey all loved it, said nothing but great things.
Okay.
Talk to me about when you go to Istanbul, it's the best city. So I'm glad I'm finally here and getting to realize that. We haven't been here too long because we've had the preseason, been in different places. But since I've been here the few days, it's been great.
You know Antalya probably more than you know
Yeah,
Istanbul.
Antalya feels more like home now than the Istanbul does.
Yeah, and we've seen this video which just came out from Larkin's Instagram page that you guys were with whole group
Yeah.
together in a boat, enjoyed. That looked amazing. How was the chemistry, Darius?
I mean, I think that's one of the biggest things was building. That helped really build chemistry a little bit more because we're so used to being on the court with each other. Everything's new, so for us to get away for a few hours, not think about basketball and just like learn more about each other, being around each other, let loose, have fun, do little things like that. It was good and definitely a big thing for chemistry. And for our team, that's what we want to be known for is being together, being a good unit together. So I think that's one of the things that will build with this.
Yeah, we will talk about it in the future moments, minutes. But first, I want to start with you're from Tennessee, right?
Yes.
How was your childhood? And I read on internet that your father is a basketball coach.
Yeah.
So talk about it. I've never seen that from nowhere.
I mean, for me, like, people always say, when did you start playing basketball? But, like, from my dad being a coach, I feel like I was born into playing basketball. So I remember when I was a little kid going to his games, running around all the courts, shooting, always being around his players. So basketball has really always been a part of my life. And to have a dad as a coach, he helps you understand basketball in two different ways. So, like, it was a blessing for me.
And then you were always in were you thinking? That's my question. Were you thinking about NBA when you were going up? As like, okay, I see myself up there in groom room or in the draft or in the NBA court. Like, what was your mentality
I mean,
about
it's always
basketball?
I think everybody who touches a basketball who really wants to pursue it in the future, the NBA is always the goal. And I used to always tell my parents, I want to be a basketball player when I grow up. And I asked them now, like, why you didn't stop me? Why you didn't tell me, like, no, you should look into being a doctor? It's like, you were so stuck on wanting to be a basketball player. So I'm really thankful for my parents for helping me, letting me live my life and let me believe in myself
Yeah.
to the most.
Yeah, that's the most important thing because you are here because of them as well, because how they raised you, and that's really important. So you started your career overseas. How come? How did that path happen?
I think just going through the draft process, and when the draft came, realizing I wasn't going to be called, and deciding whether I wanted to stay in the G League or go overseas. I think it was just better for me to go the overseas route, kind of work my way up, and maybe if the opportunity came, come back to the NBA. But for my first year, I felt like the European game fit my style of play a little bit more. So I think that's why I decided to come overseas.
And then how do you define your style? Not now. When you were overseas, when was your first season? How do you define back in the time your style of playing basketball?
My first season was kind of different because I'm so used to being a playmaker and passing,
Right.
but in that year they wanted me to be more of a scoring guard because I had a really good playmaker on my team. So, I mean, for me, I just do what the team asked of me, and they wanted me to score, so I tried to score as much as I could. I had a pretty good season scoring, but after that first season, I kind of wanted to go back to my normal position, my natural position, to find my open teammates, being a playmaker in the playmaker position. So I went back to being that. But for my first year, I was more of a scoring role.
Yeah, exactly. That's why I asked you that question. And after you went to Holland, and then after you went to Brindisi, and your life changed.
Completely changed. After.
How?
Going to Italy, getting another step up in a higher level, better competition. But then also like meeting my wife. One of the first people I met in Italy was my wife, and from then on, it's just being me and her. So.
It's amazing. It's these kind of stories. I think they're sometimes bigger than basketball because those are very very special. And so Brindisi, and then after Kuban, and then Baskonia.
Yep.
And you played. Your last season was your first EuroLeague season. they're on my notes. Well, do you want me to tell you your average, like percentage, like 12.6 points, 3.2 rebounds as a playmaker, just underlining it, 6.7 assists, and you're an assist leader in EuroLeague season 2022-2023, and 1.7 steal, second one on that list, and then 17.1 PIR. Like your first EuroLeague season, okay. This summer, everybody talked about this transfer, about your name. All the teams wanted you. Even Fenerbahce, we've heard also Milan, we've heard many teams. My first question, how do you feel about that? Why you're so special in your first EuroLeague season?
I mean, I'm not really I can't say I'm a young rookie. Like, you see a lot of guys in the EuroLeague maybe coming like 24, 25. I mean, I was 27 years old, so it's like I felt like I was ready for the EuroLeague before, but Baskonia was the team that gave me the opportunity to prove myself. So I just had to be really thankful for that and just go out there and try to compete every night. And I mean, I guess with the opportunity, the freedom I had, it led to these type of statistics. But I just think just getting the opportunity to go play and prove myself.
And Baskonia, when we look at Baskonia, even the back in the days, Shane Larkin, Mike James, like so many playmakers, so many point guards are coming out from Baskonia in a bigger roles, and they're being the stars of EuroLeague in their positions. And you think you will be one of them?
I hope so. I mean, I'm just gonna be myself. That's the biggest thing. But like you said, from Baskonia, they really have a good job of finding talent. And then
Definitely,
also
I
when they
agree.
find the talent, they give you the opportunity to be yourself.
Freedom.
They give you the freedom to be yourself. So if you really work on your game during the summers and you work hard during the year, you get the opportunity to really show yourself. And Baskonia does a great job at this.
And when we talk about freedom, now you came to a whole another system, Erdem Can's system, and his management system, because it was Ergin Ataman's system a year before for a long time. And then now there's a new system for this team and your new teammates, and for you as well. How do you see his system?
I think like you said, it's a lot different from the style of plays that maybe you see at Efes the past year. But I think this year you see a lot more the ball movement.
Definitely.
Ball movement is really, really big on this team. Finding the open guys, making the correct plays. Maybe not as much one-on-one as like Efes had in the past years, but I think it'll be a good team chemistry, team bonding, team sharing the ball. You'll see a lot more of that. And I followed a lot of his things from this past year when he coached. I mean, his first year, you make it to the Euro Cup championship.
Crazy.
You're one of the best teams in Turkey. So like in 1 year, he did a lot, and I think I have a lot of respect for him. And I think for that being your year one, you still have a lot of growth to go. So I think it's a good opportunity for everybody to continue to grow together.
Yeah, and then you said ball movement and then sharing the ball. So you're the biggest
I mean, I love
one,
that.
I think, for now.
For me, it's perfect.
Yeah, for you it's perfect. And I want to ask you something that I don't know. I'm so curious, individually curious about. So when Mistic went to NBA and you came here, so some people call it as replacing Mistic role.
I hate that.
Thank you.
I hate it. Just because it's not really replacing, because it's like you said, it's two different systems. He played in a different style. I'm a different type of player than he is. Maybe he's more of a scoring role. Maybe I'm in more of a passing role. So if you look at like Darius, you have to do the same numbers. No, it's completely different style of plays. I think I'm more involved, like I've been trying to say, I'm more involved to get my teammates involved, making every little player a little bit better than they were before. And I think when you do that, it helps the team so much more.
And then what do you have to put on the plate more than last year in your plate? Because your shooting was improved during the end of the season of last year. So what can we see from you most this season as an improvement?
I mean, I just try to work on a little bit of everything. Watch film, a lot of film, see what I made mistakes on, and try to improve from there.
And then your main goal. I know that it's Final Four. I know that it's maybe MVP. What's on your mind? Or maybe it's going to the NBA. What is your main goal in your career?
To win, to be a winner, to make Efes continue the success they've had the previous years. For example, I don't think a lot of us, I can't think of anybody on a team that made the playoffs in EuroLeague last year. So that's one ambition we have, make it there. And just improve every day. Get a little bit better every practice. Give it all our can. Give 110% every day in practice. And when you do these slow steps at the end of the season, you never know what can happen.
Yeah. Yesterday I watched Kobe Bryant's interview, and then he said you have to sweat. No matter who you are, you have to sweat every single practice. You have to put that effort on the court no matter who you are. You have to work hard to accomplish that, and you have to win. You know, that's true. It's, at the end of the day, you want to win. And so, but also the thing is, last year you were in Baskonia, and this team was different than now. But let's put you in a position of, let's say you're a coach, okay, and then you're watching last year's Anadolu Efes. What would you change in that team?
I mean, it's
Or
hard
who
to,
would you transfer?
No, I
to
mean,
that
I'm not a
team?
person to say like this
No, but
person
like
needs to do this.
your opinion about that.
I mean, a lot of I think Efes had a lot of injuries also last year. Like Shane was out for a while, and it's one of your main players. So to like recover from that, I mean, it's kind of difficult. So if I had to say anything, maybe Shane's healthier from the beginning of the season, and maybe he'll be in a different result. But who knows?
And then Fenerbahce wanted you as well. All right. Don't comment
No
about
comments,
that.
no comments.
No comment. So you arrived here. What shocked you the most about the fans' reaction? Or maybe you have a moment to share with a fan, Fener fan, Efes fan, I don't know.
I mean, just from being in Italia, playing in a few tournaments, I know we're away from Istanbul, but the fans really came out and support, even if it's a smaller environment. But like, you see the kids, can we get autographs? Can we get autographs? Every game following us around. Like, to see the support already is a great feeling.
Have you seen any Fenerbahce fan that asking you why you did not sign with our team or
No.
anything happened on your DM box?
No comment. No comment.
No
on that.
comments?
No comments.
All right. Just that's my curiosity. And then I want to ask you also, there's a question mark about your Italian passport. So you have an Italian passport?
It's on the way.
It's on the way,
So
right?
I finished up a few documents this summer to apply, sending all my documents, and now it's officially in the works. So now it's a matter of waiting till the passport gets returned to me.
Okay, so you spend your summertime with your wife, with your family in Brindisi. What do you do? How do you see Italian culture? Because your life is also in Italy, some of the parts. So talk about Italy for American
I mean, for
playmaker.
me, it's like the perfect fit because I'm always relaxed. I'm always super calm, relaxed. So like when I got to Italy and I see like in Puglia and Brindisi for sure, most of the people are really relaxed, calm. You always hear "stai tranquillo, stai tranquillo." So like to stay calm, be on the beach, relaxed lifestyle, good people, good energy, good vibes. It's like the perfect situation for me. So
And-
during the summertime, after a long 10-month season, to just go to the beach, relax, be around good people, just have a good time and enjoy time together.
Bring your family to also Turkey, to the East Coast.
Yeah, they have to
to-
experience it for sure.
Yeah, exactly. To the West Coast, I'm sorry, to have a new experience because it's like the sea,
Yeah.
summer, everything is a bit similar, Mediterranean culture. And so from this season of EuroLeague, there are so many new transfers happen in the market of EuroLeague transfers. For example, Kemba Walker came from US to Monaco. Like there's so many also transfers from NBA. How do you see EuroLeague's achievements and then growing?
I mean, I think it's huge. Just now, I think now EuroLeague is getting more attention for these type of signings. Like you see Ibaka sign, you see Kemba Walker, you see so
Ibaka,
many
yeah.
possibilities of NBA players transitioning to EuroLeague. And then also like last year in the playoffs, my parents were watching the finals on ESPN, like ESPN app. So like
yeah.
to see this transition going from EuroLeague and transitioning to America, more people are being able to watch. It's huge. I mean, the EuroLeague is just going to continue to grow and spread to all over the world, and I think it's great.
Yeah, everybody is excited about this transfer, that transfer, Ibaka or
Yeah.
Walker or Darius Thompson. Why people got so excited about you think?
About me,
About your transfer news to Turkey?
I mean, I think maybe because how I did in Baskonia, they see how maybe they just like the style of play because maybe some people are so focused on scoring, but when you see like teams share the ball, like people really enjoy that. I remember at Baskonia, they would see like our whole team sharing the ball, and they're like, "This is beautiful basketball." I mean, it's beautiful basketball, and you can really enjoy it when you see everybody involved, everybody sharing, everybody comes together to compete for one thing together. I mean, that's the best thing of basketball for me.
From also we talked before this interview. You always mentioned about not being a duo or not being a star, but being a whole team. For you, I think the chemistry is very important, and you're humble to say that.
Yeah.
And now Efes has a new team captain. How is he? How is he
He's
with
been
the
great.
play?
He's
Really?
been great. Like, well, for example, you talking about the boat trip. He organized that for himself. It's not like the
Shane?
team. It's not like the team said, y'all need to do this. No, he wanted to do that. He got us all involved and asked us if we want to do it. But like that's the things that, as a captain, is great.
I
Because
agree.
like from top to bottom, everybody feels like they can go talk to him, communicate with him. He's been here. He's one of the most experienced. He has the stardom of being one of the top EuroLeague players. But to see him be so humble and being able to talk to everybody is great.
And who's your right now? I know that you guys are going to be best friends at the end of the season, but now who are you hanging out the most with?
I mean, just a little bit of everybody, trying to understand everybody,
on.
talk a little bit. I really can't say I'm with this person more than this person. No, I try to talk to a little bit of everybody.
Okay, do you go? Your family is here in Istanbul right now with you,
Yeah,
right?
they arrived last night at 2:30 in the morning.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Good luck to them. But how do you see Istanbul? I know you haven't experienced it a lot, but do you like Turkish food? Do you have a favorite one?
For me, it's great because I love rice. So like the
Pilav.
rice here, and I taste the rice like, oh, I'm in heaven. But like the rice, good chicken. I taste the meatball. I think
Tas kebabı.
I don't know it in
Say it
Turkish.
again?
I don't know in Turkish.
No,
the
say
name.
it again.
No, I think it's just called Turkish meatballs or something like that.
Köfte.
Good, I like it. The rice. So I'm very simple. I get rice and chicken and I'm fine.
Okay, so we love seeing these like players, amazing players coming to our country, loving our culture, food, and I think you have to do like a site visiting
Yeah.
around the touristic
I think I'm
areas.
gonna try to do it tomorrow. I
Tomorrow?
go around and ask my teammates, "What's a good restaurant you know?" I got right down. I have a list of things to do, places to see.
After this interview, I think to your Instagram, social media, you will receive
Yeah,
some
I hope
names.
so. Help me out. Send me some good ideas.
Darius, thank you so much.
Thank you for
It was
having me.
great knowing you. I know it's the beginning of the season. We don't know anything about this new season with this new amazing group of people, amazing coach. Wishing you all the best.
Thank you.
And wishing to see these stats that I'm having,
try my best.
especially
I'll try my best.
6.7 assists. It's just amazing. Do you want to share your thoughts, a message with Turkish basketball fans throughout our microphones?
Just Anadolu Efes fans, come and support us. We love to have your support. We need you guys. You may not realize it, but the fan support can help us bring us to a next level. So come out, support, and we're happy to see you at the games.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Thank you for having me.
Değerli esport izleyenleri, Darius Thompson'la gerçekleştirdiğimiz röportajın sonuna geldik. Herkese iyi seyirler.